Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another First Descendant video.
Another one.
That's right, we're back at it again, and today I'm going to show you how you can unlock Kyle for free. In this video, I'm going to show you the way you can form for the best amorphous patterns so you can unlock him the easy way. So you know what to do. Let's go! Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with today's video because Kyle, although he isn't an ultimate, well, his drop rates are kind of like that. We have 4 different parts to get after. Kyle's enhanced cells, his stabilizers, his catalyst, and last but not least, his code. So let's start off with Kyle enhanced cells. Now, Kyle enhanced cells, we have 4 different options to get after. All of these are going to be void missions, so get used to it. Let's get after it. For amorphous pattern number 41, you need to head over to Hagios. Now, if you do decide to go this way, it's a 3% drop chance on paper. Yes, it's a void mission. Next up, you have an opportunity with amorphous pattern number 54 over here from Kingston. Now, over here in Kingston, you don't need a Sharon for this, and it's a low drop chance over here on Kingston, in my opinion, for his enhanced cells with amorphous pattern number 82. You heading over to the Echo Swamp, and as you can see right here, still 10% chance, and yes, it's a void mission. But in my opinion, number 63 will be the best way to go about it. You will need a Sharon to form for amorphous pattern 63, and it's spread out, so you need a lot of duration mods to do this. The best way to go about doing this is to kill them as fast as possible and make sure you don't die, and you can get those patterns to drop. And then on paper, you have that percent drop chance on paper. To me, it wasn't a hard form to get it. I like to form 10 amorphous patterns. I got this bad boy on my 3rd try, so it wasn't too hard of a form for me. Now for Kyle stabilizers, we have 5 different options, all intercept battles this time. So we went from void fusion missions to now all intercept battles. Let's start off with this very first intercept battle for amorphous pattern number 76 from the Vespers. You want to head over here to the Sepulture mission, and on amorphous pattern 76, you have yourself a 32% drop chance to get this on paper, but you're going to have to form the Heart Devourer. Next up, for this pattern, amorphous 127, you need to head over to the Heart of Fortress and make sure you switch it. You will be on 126, switch it to 127, and now you have a 32% drop chance to get this bad boy. And yes, you need to form that Molten Fortress. For the Vespers, we're going to head over to the Shelter, and for amorphous pattern 17, you see right here, it's only a 6% drop chance for the Common Executioner. And last but not least, for amorphous pattern number 58, you want to come over here to the Slumber Valley. And over here, you have yourself an opportunity to get it with 32% drop chance on paper. Now, you will have to form the Heart Executioner, and it will take you some time to form these up. I like to do 10 in a row, then come over here, and then hit up the boss 10 times in a row. So that's what I indeed did. And for me, I was able to get this on my very last try. So my 10th try, I was able to get the Kyle stabilizers to drop. All right. Now for Kyle Spiral Catalyst, we have ourselves 5 different options. We have some intercept battles, and we have ourselves some void fusion missions. So a few options to go about this one right here. Let's start off for amorphous pattern 123. You need to head over to the Fortress, and yes, you will need a Sharon to form up this amorphous pattern with a 10% drop chance on paper. Right? This may be a good way to get after it on paper. For amorphous pattern number 55, you needed to head over to Kingston if you had some of these in hand. Same thing for amorphous pattern 55A. 55s you can't get anymore, but they have morphed into 55AAs. You will need a Sharon to get after it, and it's a 10% drop chance on paper. I tried to get it over here. I just did not get this to drop. And this took some time, my dude. It takes time to form the amorphous patterns. It takes time to get the void fragments so you can form the mini boss, right? All of this takes time. I formed 10, I did not get it to drop. And then I had a few more amorphous patterns to get after because I had the inorganics. I believe it was 13 in total that I did, and I did not get it to drop. And then I ran out of inorganics and I didn't want to do it anymore that night. But I do believe it will drop. If Orange uses on your try it, hopefully 1 out of 10, if not 10 out of 20. Next up, we're going to head over to the intercept battle for amorphous pattern 105. Now for this one, you need to head over to the mystery and 100% drop 10s, 10% on paper. And if you do decide to go this way, you're going to have to form the hard obstructor. If you can do this, still, you know, I think that's not a horrible way to get after it. For amorphous pattern 87 though, I got this to drop after I finished telling you about me going over to Kingston and doing it 10 times in a row and then 3 more times afterward and still not getting it to drop. It was real late at night. I had one of these and I had a few stabilizers. I was like, you know what? Why not? You know, I ran over here, opened this up, used the stabilizer, and they gave it to me after all of that farming in Kingston. So, like I said, I don't think Kingston is a bad way to get it, but this is how I got it with an old amorphous pattern and a stabilizer on top of that. Like I said, it's like farming an ultimate. It's crazy. Anyway, so for Cal's code, we have 4 different options. All right, all these are going to be void missions. So which one to get after? First off, we have amorphous pattern number 73. Now, amorphous pattern 73, there's a 20% drop chance on paper, and you're going to come over here and form that bad boy up if you indeed have those. Can't get them anymore. Next up, we're going to head over here to the sterile land for amorphous pattern 07, 3% drop chance on paper. So yeah, you can't. It's not a good option. So amorphous pattern 109, Hagios. Over here, you're going to need a Sharon. If you do decide to go that way, 10% drop chance on paper, right? I don't like those 10%. And this is the situation at least I was in. So I went after amorphous pattern 101 over here in the White Knight Coach. Didn't need a Sharon for this, but the form wasn't too bad. The way I did it is make sure you kill the dude as fast as possible and make sure you don't die. And if you don't die, I think your chances of getting the amorphous pattern skyrockets. In my opinion, I was able to get shapers and I was able to get patterns even though I didn't need the shapers. So that was pretty cool. Now on paper, 20% drop chance, and this is the way I decided to get after it. So I came over here to form this bad boy up, and like I said earlier, the way I like to do, get 10 amorphous patterns, come after it, farm it up, see if I get it, and if not, then I get 10 more, and that's the way I go about doing it. As you see right here, I got it on my 8th try. So GG's, I think it's a pretty good way to get after Kyle's code. Now, how much is it to craft them? Since it was like farming for ultimate. Well, 8 hours and 200,000 credits. So it's a total of 600,000 credits to get his pieces crafted. And then after 8 hours, you're able to craft Kyle. Now, in order to craft Kyle, well, he is going to cost 400,000. So a cool meal, and 16 hours later, you will receive Kyle, the Descendant, who is kind of almost like farming for an ultimate. And that's how you're going to get him for free right here in The First Descendant. But for right now, that's pretty much going to for the video. I hope you truly enjoyed it. As always, if you are new to the channel, how you doing? And welcome. Don't forget to subscribe right here at Karpo Gaming. Upload a wide variety of videos ranging from updates, tips and tricks, guides and news, and a whole lot more. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you everybody for all your love and support. And as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.